What is going on, everyone? Welcome right into the Voice of College Football's Oregon show, the Oregon Live show, right here on your Tuesday nights. And tonight, we were going to have a special guest. We are still kind of waiting to see. Obviously, people are busy, they're giving us their time. So, we are still holding out hope that our guest can make it. We're going to wait and see, but we have some other stuff to get into. But of course, we have Spaz tonight because the other two got fired for
Yep.
literally the 100th time each, I think, by me. How you doing tonight, Spaz?
I'm okay. Doing all right. Was hoping to get Mr. Keeley on tonight, but who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Again, we're always appreciative to any guest, anyone who comes on. We always say, anytime you have to give, we're very grateful for. People get busy, things come up. We're doing what we can, you know? It's no fault to anyone. So there's still time. Hopefully he will show up and we can have a little nice conversation about his Oregon career and life in general. And of course, with Achilles Smith Jr.'s commitment. So we'll still see.
My lighting sucks. Now I understand why everybody says it looks like I'm totally fried out of my brain half the time.
Now you understand. Now you're understanding why.
Yeah.
Now you're understanding why. Yeah. No, that's normal. What are you talking about? What is going on, Mark? Don't worry, Mark. Hold out hope. Hold out hope. Rod Farville, of course. But we do have a couple things to say. Is like obviously, the pro day just happened.
Yeah,
there were a bunch of good things coming out, good highlights. Especially Bo Nix had some good highlights on some of his passes. Of course, pro days are like almost like the spring game. You don't know what you're looking at exactly because pro day, there's no pressure.
I don't care. Did you see those deep balls, one on each corner?
Yeah.
That he threw? Like one of them was like 60 freaking yards in the air on a dime.
And, no, I mean, and like, some of them were off platform too, like where he didn't step into it. He kind of threw falling backward as if he was avoiding a rush.
Yep. The one on the right sideline, they had a guy like rushing at him, and he went back and just threw it, and it was like 60 yards in the air, and he was like falling backwards, not even going forward into it, and just launched it on a dime.
Yeah, I like those ones, and I mean, I agree. That's what I just said. I was like, pro days are pretty, because you're not really getting pushed to any limit. You're just it's a facade to a degree. It's a celebration, but at the same time, those were always people who were like, I love all the memes now. It's like, I thought Bo could only throw the check downs. It's like, no, he can throw it. It's just the style of system where it was like, hey, just don't force anything, and that's still a smart quarterback move.
Yeah, especially for Ohio State quarterbacks.
For Sean, he's like, rah, rah, rah. Well, yeah, I mean, we're excited to be there too. We just did the Big Ten preview, and it's still weird, but again, it's reality now. It's life. That's how it is. So it's gonna be interesting. It will definitely be interesting.
What happened to you Sunday night, Garner? We usually always see you.
Yeah, I know. Where were you, Sean? It was literally the SEC. It was Jackson from the SEC, and then the two newcomers, us. That was the Big Ten preview team that night. That was it.
We didn't even have Prangley show up.
Well, okay. Give him 1 year. Give him 1 year.
Yeah, fine. 1 out of 10. Oh.
No, he was in the swamp, and not Florida, the other swamp.
Up there doing PR work for your buddy Joey? Or your buddy Donnie, which one? Come on, we want to know. What side are you on?
But pro day, yeah, Nick's had some good throws. Obviously, looked pretty good. I haven't gotten to watch all of the pro day stuff, but if you look back at the combine, did you see the? Did you see the? I can't play it because of copyright. You saw Jackson Powers Johnson, his that draft video or the combine video where they put Celine Dion.
Yes,
because he did. He said he was, he took like classical music or whatever and stuff like that. It was like Celine Dion as he's throwing that poor guy to the ground, like just shoving him to the ground. I was like, I don't know if you're supposed to shove the guy to the ground, but the guy just fell over. He is ready to go pretty high. I mean, this is not a draft show, but everyone says Knicks is looking. I don't know where to put Knicks still. I'm still not sure. It's all the team needs, of course.
Well, I know Sean and I were talking, our Sean, earlier this morning on. And,
oh yeah, yes. Hold on. Oh. Breaking news from Spaz.
Oh, yes. A cohort and I were talking this morning, and
well, no, your breaking news isn't that. It's that he's alive.
Oh yeah, he's alive. Yeah,
Sean is still alive.
yeah. We haven't seen him, but we've heard from him. He is alive, and rumor is he may be on tomorrow night's show.
Well, oh yes, yeah. Other news is everyone's here. If you're subscribed, especially with notifications, you've seen there's a show tomorrow with Kobe Savage's family talking his transfer from Kansas State to Oregon. That may get pushed till next week as to some family matters in the Savage family, which obviously we're not going to go into. But we're waiting on word. It still may happen tomorrow, but if you see it get pushed to next week, just know it was just due to unforeseeable circumstances, and we just had to reschedule, and that's obviously not an issue. No one can control those things, so not a problem. We appreciate Mr. Savage giving any time that he has to us. He's been very, very talkative with us. So let's put it that way, I guess.
But between him and the Rushing family, I talk a lot with Mama Rush, and it's really cool. Like I told Dayon, Kobe's dad, earlier. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, we need to ask him because I'm the same. I'm like, I want to make sure I pronounce it correctly.
Yeah, but I was telling him earlier, I was like, that, I'm really looking forward to the spring game and, meeting like people like himself and his family and the Rushing family and some of the others that I've gotten to know on social media this off season and starting to get a nice little rapport, and hopefully we'll be able to attend some games and hang out with some of these folks and have a good time this year.
So yeah, as to what we were talking about too, before I get sidetracked, because my mind will just wander all over the place. You guys were talking about where mostly because Sean is a Patriots fan for some reason. No idea why he's a Patriots fan, but okay.
Yeah, but he was stating that there was several Patriot reps that were at Bo's Pro Day, specifically looking at him and checking his Pro Day out. Obviously, New England has the third pick, and there's talk that they could maybe move back and take a quarterback later in the first round. I would imagine it would probably be, if they moved back, it'd probably be around the 8-9 area, because I'm sure if Chicago could, they would love to take the 1 and the 3 pick, because then they could take Caleb and then they can take Marvin Harrison Jr. at 3.
God, do they have the cap for that though?
Rookie, yeah.
No,
Chicago's
but
got
those rookie ones are expensive. I mean, I
yeah,
guess if they've cleared up enough space, but like with the Patriots, I mean, they just got rid of Mac Jones, so obviously they're probably wanting a quarterback to fill a spot.
yeah. Patriots have quite a bit of money. So does Chicago. Chicago's made a couple of moves already, but they had I believe like 40 to 46 to spend on their cap this year.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. That's a decent amount.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% into the whole keeping track of cap money, but I mean that's a decent amount at least. Some teams are stretched, to the max already. So it's like I don't know if they can afford that, but it's like okay, that's at least a decent amount. The Pats are going to take May. Well, I don't know. I mean,
I'm hearing the Pats are pretty high on Bo, and so I don't know.
I should trade for Fields and draft Harris.
Yeah, rumor I'm hearing today is that most of the teams that have been calling Chicago on Fields are interested in a backup. So that's probably like a Kansas City, Frisco, teams that Philadelphia, teams that already have a starting quarterback that are looking for a good, solid backup. The thing with that, though, is if you're going for Fields as a backup, chances are his camp is going to be like, no,
Yeah,
you're
I
not
mean,
taking a backup role.
if you're drafting a quarterback in the first round, you're not going for a backup quarterback generally.
No, the teams that are interested in trading for Fields.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's like, I don't see his camp taking a backup role. Sure, trade us here. We'll be a backup.
Well,
No.
thinking of backup role. Well, I don't know if it's a backup role at this point. This might be a starting contention job. Is Mariota is now a commander.
And I'm sure that signifies the end of the Sam Howell experience up in DC. They're probably going to try to move him for sixth, seventh, eighth round pick. I'm sure.
Yeah, so Mariota's at least in contention for a starting
I
QB
think
job.
Mariota could definitely be brought in like he was in Atlanta to groom that rookie till midway late in the season, and then throw the rookie to the wolves.
Yeah,
Well,
still not a great situation for Mariota, but you never know. Sometimes you just need that next stop to do something. Who knows? I mean,
yeah, maybe he turns out to be the missing link for the Commanders.
or whatever they want to
Stranger
call them,
things have
whatever they
happened.
want to call themselves.
I still call them the Skins.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever they want to call themselves in that godforsaken thing they call a stadium.
Yeah, can't believe that thing's still standing.
Nah, I mean that's fair. That's fair. I mean, you never know how it's going to work out with anyone. Any player is one injury away from being a permanent backup.
Yeah, and
or unemployed.
my thing too is that I don't think everybody's so high on Caleb Williams, and I'm just not sold that he's that. I mean, he looks like it. So did Justin Fields. But if you're chances are if you're going to be a first round quarterback in the top 10, you're going to a crap team with a crap offensive line to
Yeah.
start with.
Which is never a
So,
good. Oh God, the worst thing I ever saw of any of the potential draft things was Bo Nix to the Jets. I was like, oh God, please no, not the Jets, not the Jets. Good Lord.
I don't know, maybe, but I don't think they'd take him at 10.
Yeah,
They got more.
Jackson definitely has locked. I think he's locked up definitely at least a mid to late first round pick.
Yeah.
I mean, he is. That guy is, and we were I mean, as Oregon fans too, we were nervous when he took over center. We were like, "Oh, is he going to fill in nicely like like we experienced?" And that man never missed a step at center. So we were all wrong.
Yeah, no, we're not playing Hawaii.
Because they're scary. Yes, we were so afraid of going to play the Rainbow Warriors in Hawaii.
Just as afraid as we are of going to Reeser Stadium.
At least it will be complete this time. It won't be the construction zone. Yeah, the Jets are fate worse than hell.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence, he was supposed to be that generational talent, and he's made a playoff appearance. He's
had some decent now with Peterson. He's at least been able to stabilize a bit.
Mac Jones is a dive.
I thought Mac when Mac Jones went to the Patriots, I thought I was like, that seems like a perfect fit. And yeah, it just never.
Yeah.
It never worked.
Nope. The rookie year, maybe it did a little bit because people were still trying to figure out your play and how you play. But once they figured out his schematics and stuff, they figured out he was easily rattled.
Yeah, but style system wise, I thought it seemed like a perfect match. But yeah, it just never hit.
Never mounted. Nope.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Exactly. How many names can we list off that were supposed to be generational?
Hey, he's getting a restart in Minnesota. He'll probably be the starting QB in Minnesota. It resurrected Kirk Cousins' career. You never know.
Dude, Kirk Cousins, did you see that insane post on Twitter about how much money he has made?
Contracts he signed.
Kirk Cousins has made over the years. Holy shit. That man doesn't need to go to another team. That man could just retire and go, I'm good. I mean, Lord.
5 QBs in the first 15 picks. Only one. Yeah. Trey Lance gone. Well, he's in Dallas.
Yeah, it's still around, but yeah, not in the same position, obviously, that he was when he got. And I guess people should have looked at Carson Wentz. I think people were hoping for that splash like Carson Wentz, and they just never got it.
Yeah, anything Skip Bayless says is worthless. Yeah. Skip Bayless is about as a joke as you can get.
Oh, Johnny. I'm so happy we had Mariota over Johnny, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Johnny might have been all right here.
Yeah, well,
But
he would have been fine in our system, in the system and stuff, and I think he would have still probably could have won a Heisman. But in the sense of overall college, success and even professional success, I'm happy to have had Mariota over Johnny.
oh yeah, less headache too.
Oh yeah, what was it going into Mariota's, junior year or whatever before he went to the title game year in 2014? They were like, I don't know, he's so quiet. I don't know if he's gonna be a leader of the room. He doesn't get in trouble, and then he got a speeding ticket in the off season or whatever. And people are like, oh my god, he's a monster. It's like a speeding ticket. Get out of here, mailman. This isn't the Monday or Thursday show. That's on my other that's on my other channel.
Yeah.
Ignore that one for this one, everyone. Don't bring that conversation into the chat, or I'm gonna have to shut this thing down.
You got all the Jimmy secrets on Ben over there, Mandalorian.
Oh, I have secrets on him. That's why he just came and probably left already. The Bucky is apparently doing pretty good. Obviously, we know he's not your number one running back. We know that.
No, he'll go third round.
Yeah, which isn't bad. That's not that bad. If you go like mid third round, that's not bad.
I think we got 3 first rounders. I think Troy goes late 20s towards the end. Some mock drafts have him 27, 28. Some have him going 32 to Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Good God, if he went there.
I'm just ignoring the chat. I am ignoring the chat. For good reason. I've heard the Saints are looking at Troy. But I'm sure, everyone's going to have their different takes of what team is looking at who.
Yeah.
And for what reason and yada, yada.
Like I saw one report today that said there was no real the only scout type person at Bo's workout today was Matt Eberflus, the Bears head coach. And I'm like, well, that's kind of funny because I have an insider with the Patriots that says that they were there. So I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to ignore that.
And at the same time, every team, if you have any interest anyways, you're going to do due diligence and send 1 or 2 people, no matter what. You're going to. If you don't, that means you either you don't even want to see anymore because you're like, we don't need him, we don't want him, or we're taking him no matter what.
Right.
Like the combine was enough. One or the other. That's why it's kind of hard to say, but every team is going to do their due diligence and send people to pro days, no matter what.
I'm really bummed that we didn't get him.
Yeah. Stuff happens. That's why I did follow up and send another message. Everything was seemingly locked up. But, again, things happen. Stuff comes up for people. They get busy. Sometimes maybe they just forget. That's how it happens. We're still here for you guys. And we're trying to, obviously, come up with stuff to talk about. And then we have another show, hopefully, tomorrow night. So we're just trying to give them the best, obviously the benefit of the doubt, just to say, hey, Achilles Smith is hard to get a hold of. One, that is very hard to get. I know Mark at the very beginning is like, nice get. And it's like, that is very hard to get a hold of this guy. Achilles Smith does not do interviews like at all that I'm aware of, or that I have been able to really find much of at all. He's a very quiet person.
Yeah, very private.
Which is understandable. And so that's why I was like, just very, very thrilled to be able to set this up. But again, things happen. Plans change all the time.
Yep.
This is YouTube. It's not real life in a sense. In some ways, it's like people are being generous to give us their time. And tonight we're later than our normal time because I was working. So that also kind of throws stuff off a little bit. But it was all, it was all scheduled out. But again, things happen. Do we have any other major kind of news? I mean, obviously we're still in dead period. I know we have a bunch of commits coming to do visits coming up.
Yeah.
Including Achilles Smith Jr. He's coming back in early April for his third official visit, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe it is. I probably have the date wrong. But then we're in the running for one of the top 2025 receivers. Also, who is making a visit, I believe, unofficial. Spring ball has not started for Oregon yet. When does spring ball start officially for Oregon?
Monday, I believe.
Is it Monday? Okay. I was like, it's coming up, but I was like, I'm pretty sure it's after, obviously, the pro day. So.
Yeah, I think Monday.
Yeah, it's like, that's it. Every team and all the conferences and everything start different times. It's.
Yeah, KJ Smith, which is Achilles' brother, is coming to Oregon for an official visit on, I believe,
Early April, wasn't it?
I thought I saw April. Oh, no.
That's what I thought, but maybe I was getting it mixed
June
up.
21st to the 23rd.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know I saw April 3rd somewhere, but I was like, I'm probably getting them mixed up. That's probably the only issue is that there was too many updates randomly. So it was like, well, yeah, that's it. I mean, without spring ball starting, Dante Moore, there's no updates, obviously, but I think we're all in the same boat. I think us and anyone outside the Oregon program even is looking at it and going, Dante Moore is the backup. No questions asked. I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel is the starter for 1 year. Dante's going to sit behind him and learn. That's why he came to Oregon even after Dylan committed, because he was willing to go, yeah, I need a year of development behind like a proven quarterback. So, which is a good thing. That took a lot of maturity. That was a good sign for Oregon fans with him. Ducks begin spring practice Thursday. Okay.
Oh, Thursday.
Okay. That's why I say I can't keep track of some of these, but yeah, exactly. It's like that was the only reason he went to UCLA. One, I think, was partially Big Ten NIL potential, but also he could start. He would be sitting behind Nix, obviously, this last year, and he wasn't thrilled about that. Then he realized, ooh, this is rough. Okay, you know what? I'll sit and learn for a year.
What was it? Our show the other day, or was I? No, I think that was in a Spaces I was in. There was talk from some Oregon insiders that Dante Moore could push Dylan this spring.
Well, that's possible. I mean, again, both you have a highly recruited guy, but a proven guy going into a different system, each of them in a new place. Yeah. I mean, the whole point is competition, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, would I be shocked if Dante Moore was named the starter over Dylan Gabriel? Yes, I would be shocked.
Some people really would prefer that.
I can understand that because of the setup for a couple years, at least, with Dante Moore. But I mean, potentially we still have a couple years after that with Dante Moore. You know, even if he sits this year and then he still could be there 2 more years. So
Yeah, because I mean, for Legacy to start, 2 freshmen would be.
yeah, 25, he's going to redshirt. So 26, he could be the backup. Then he could have 2 to 3 years after Moore, you know.
Yep.
So in the sense of it, if that was the potential lineup, that works out perfectly in the sense of quarterback transition for multiple years. Something we have not had, obviously, since, I mean, I guess really Herbert.
Yeah, I think Herbert was the last 4-year starter we had.
Yeah, because we had Mariota, then a bunch of transfers, then we had Herbert step in. And after that, then it's just been kind of a rotation, which is not enjoyable. No Oregon fan wants to see that. We want to see a guy come up and be there for years.
Yeah, you don't want to see a different quarterback every year. Just like you don't want to see a different system every year. It's like, do I want my OC leaving year after year? No. Or my DC? No.
Yeah, which I mean, after last year, after this next year, depending on what happens, I mean, could Stein leave? Yes. Will he? I don't know. Depends on, I don't know what Will Stein's ambitions are, you know, in the sense of that. Or I don't even, honestly, I don't even know who Will Stein's alma mater is. Where did Will Stein go to college?
Oh, geez. I don't even know.
I was like, Will Stein. I'm like, where did he even go to college? I mean, you know.
SA?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to think of where he went to college. What would be his alma mater? I'm trying to find his. Oh, okay. Louisville. I'm sorry. Yeah. How did I forget that? He went to Louisville.
Damn.
Yeah. How did I forget about that? We've talked about that before. Yeah. Jackson said it too as I saw it, and I was like, yeah. How the hell did I forget he went to Louisville? He got a master's and a bachelor's from Louisville.
See, we're horrible.
Yeah, I was like, how did I forget that? We've talked about that before. How did I forget that? So unless Louisville somehow opened, which not likely, or UTSA opened, there's Will Stein doesn't really have a lot of super connections. Yeah. Laugh at us in the chat. Laugh at us.
Yep.
You Googlers. Yeah, he won, but yeah. So I would say that's about the only two, and even again, Louisville is probably not going to open up anytime relatively soon, with Braun just being there, and UTSA. I mean, that's most likely the next one to open, but would he jump down to UTSA head job? I don't know. I don't know what his ambition is. So hopefully he stays as long as he keeps putting out the offenses. Hopefully he stays for a while. Obviously, we'll lose him eventually. But when that will be.
Who is after Bridgewater? I'm trying my brain. Now I'm trying to think of
after Bridgewater. Oh, who was after Teddy Bridgewater? It feels like it's been so. I mean, it feels like it's been so long ago. It has been a while, but not that long ago.
Lamar, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Was Lamar right after Bridgewater?
Yep.
Okay. For some reason, there feels like there was like a year gap or something like that. That's why I was drawing a blank.
There was a year between them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Year. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's why I was like, who was between them? Because I was like, they weren't back to back. 3 no name. Yeah.
Was Stein behind Lamar? Or did he even play QB?
Well, yeah, definitely wasn't starting. That's for sure.
Well, no.
I'm gonna say I don't even think he took a snap. I would have to look up stats to see if he even took snaps, like in game.
Stein was behind Bridgewater. Okay.
Which actually maybe he did take some snaps on because Bridgewater did get hurt. You know, he had like what was it, ankle injuries, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Like a couple times he had like an ankle injury or something. God, that feels so long ago. It really feels so long ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
Well, we can definitely call this a short show tonight.
yeah. Unfortunately, you know, we kind of put all of our eggs in a basket, so to say, for uh, the one and the only Achilles Smith. But you know, like we said, unfortunately, things come up and stuff happens, and you know, no fault to anyone, of course. You know, things happen. Oops, I hit my keyboard. Things happen. You know, there's no fault in that. Hopefully, we can reschedule Achilles Smith again, and maybe an earlier time too. It is a little late.
Yeah.
Super late for him, I guess, but at the same time, it's a little later than normal. So hopefully, we can still reschedule him and bring that to you guys here because I'm going to retitle the show because obviously you can't have the show title saying it when it didn't happen. So I will just retitle it real fast. So don't freak out, people. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly what I was. I was retitling it too because obviously not going to. Well, okay, I can't do that right now. I can't do it on here. Well, no, it did say it changed. Did it change?
It changed on my end.
Yeah, it changed on my end too, but it said it gave me an error. So I'll have to check. I'll reschedule. I'll rename it later. Anyways,
Well, guys, short
yeah,
show tonight.
yeah, unfortunate again, but
we'll let you know about tomorrow. Hopefully, things get worked out tomorrow. And if not, that's okay. We'll just move it back a week.
Yeah. So every Tuesday or Wednesday right here. Obviously, Wednesday show has already been set, but if you are subscribed and have notifications and you see the show tomorrow and I get bumped to next week, it's just due to personal matters in the Savage family. So obviously, again, out of anyone's control, and that they have to deal with that stuff first before this. So
100%.
that's 100% understandable and easily rescheduled. And again, we will work on getting back in touch with Achilles Smith and seeing if we can reset this up for another week. But we appreciate everyone being here. My ass has to get up for work in the morning, even though I was off tomorrow. But
yeah, so you get to bed before midnight. You get 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. You know me. That's not going to happen.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully we will get Achilles Smith back on here, as well as continue with the other guests, and we'll get Mr. Savage in here to discuss Kobe Savage's transfer. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, it will be next Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, and we will you will see that notification if the date changes. You will see it. So don't freak out if we're not live tomorrow as planned. Just know that there was a matter that had to be dealt with, and that's all it is. Out of people's control,
Yep.
Other than that, it's bad.
We'll see you guys Tomorrow, maybe.
Spaz, where can people find you if they want to stalk you?
Over here, right there.
You think he would practice this in the
I'm,
backstage or
I'm
something?
getting there. Sean Spaz underscore Spaz Drag at Twitter.
Because the Rocky Classic is dead.
Yep. Rocky Classic died. So that's where you can find me. Spaces. Yep. I'm in there a lot. Although lately the spaces have been having issues. It used to post up top all the spaces. Now it doesn't. Now
Yeah, it
you have to
was.
go onto the spaces page and half of them aren't even there anymore. It's like, what is going on?
It was for me the other. I mean, the last times I've seen him pop up, but then I don't spend my life on Twitter, so Twitter's a cesspool.
Yeah, it can be. It can be fun sometimes too. Some of the shows we get into.
All right, everyone. I'm just Ben of Exploring with Ben and Sam right here on YouTube. See Spaz right there. Right there. Right there. You can check us out there. We do Monday and Thursday shows, live streams on my channel over there. It is not sports related. It is uncensored and filthy. So earmuff the children if you decide to show up for one of those. You can find me on Twitter also, which I post a little bit of.
Don't forget your ball gag if you show up.
Wow. That's all I can say. And then also on the Sunday shows. This Sunday we're not doing the After Dark show, but the following Sunday, whatever the date is, that is what would that be? The 24th. Sunday the 24th, After Dark. We'll be back on Sunday show on the main channel to discuss the coin flip between the Mountain West or the American Athletic Conference 2024 schedule preview. It's a coin toss still. I'm not sure. Not sure which one would be more fun. But we'll decide that here in a few days. Or I will, I guess. So, again, we will reschedule. No max schedule. We're getting there. We're getting there. Calm down, Ohio.
We got 25 weeks still.
I was like, we're getting there. We're getting there. But, yeah. Again, everyone, thank you for showing up. Obviously, we would hope for a different outcome tonight, but we're going to reschedule and we'll get this figured out and we'll get this back up and going with Keely Smith. Hopefully here soon. And other than that, please just hit the like button on your way out. And we will see you either tomorrow night or you will see the update for the rescheduling for next week. Okay? So, Spaz, thank you. And everyone in the chat, thank you for showing up. And we appreciate you all. And go Ducks.